Hi everyone, and welcome to Write Out number 3. It's Monday here, and things are changing day by day, but here we are ready to write. So I hope you're ready too. And I will try and get the share screen up so we can see the PowerPoint for today with today's writing exercises. Okay. Hope that you have pen and pad ready. As usual, I will be reading things out. As I've said before in an earlier video, I actually have people watching this, listening to this with who are vision impaired, and so it just really helps them to read it out. Okay, episode 3. Today's poem is by Louise Bogan. Nothing was remembered, nothing forgotten. When we awoke, wagons were passing on the warm summer pavements. The window sills were wet from rain in the night. Birds scattered and settled over chimney pots as among grotesque trees. Nothing was accepted, nothing looked beyond. Slight-voiced bells separated hour from hour. The afternoon sifted coolness, and people drew together in streets becoming deserted. There was a moon and light in a shop front, and dusk falling like precipitous water. Hand clasped hand, forehead still bowed to forehead. Nothing was lost, nothing possessed. There was no gift or denial. 2. I have remembered you. You were not the town visited once, nor the road falling behind running feet. You were as awkward as flesh and lighter than frost or ashes. You were the rind and the white juiced apple, the song and the words waiting for music. 3. You have learned the beginning. Go from mine to the other. Be together. Eat, dance, despair, sleep, be threatened. Endure. You will know the way of that. But at the end, be insolent, be absurd, strike the thing short off, be mad. Only do not let talk weather bloom from silence, and go away without fire or lantern. Let there be some uncertainty about your departure. So that was today's poet from poets.org. And that poem was in the public domain, which is why I'm able to have it on the PowerPoint today. Poetry writing prompt. Okay, what is this thing we use to create poems and stories with? It's language, and language on its own can provide us with hundreds of ideas. Now, a favourite exercise for poetry is to randomly pick a word from the dictionary to start a poem, or for the teacher in the class to give you 3 or 4 words you must use in your poem. But today I'm going to challenge you to choose a word you like. So we do have favourite words when we actually stop and think about it. Then go to the thesaurus and write down at least 5 synonyms that you find there for your word. Write a poem using your first chosen word as the title, and then in the poem you have to use all of the synonyms that you chose. If you don't have a thesaurus at home, just Google online for a thesaurus and you will find one that will be helpful. Now, your fiction writing prompt is similar to the poetry exercise. Choose a word that you really like and then check the thesaurus for synonyms, but then choose the synonym listed that would be to you. So it's kind of relying on you to wait for a spark, something that would be a great character prompt, and then start a story or a flash fiction by showing us your character in action. So for example, if your word that you started with was splendid, from the synonyms you might choose the word baroque. Your story could begin with an antique dealer discovering they had paid a lot of money for a fake. So you put your character in the middle of the immediate story problem and then give them another bigger problem straight away and see where it leads you. Your creative nonfiction or memoir writing prompt today: write down the year of your 10th birthday. Then Google the following for that year. So common names for 10-year-olds, fashions in that year, cars and food that were popular, and top news items for that year. From that list alone, you should have plenty of items to spark some memoir writing. Like the names might remind you of someone you had been to school with that you'd completely forgotten about. A top news item for that year might bring up memories of something that related that happened in your family. So what sparks a story that you can tell? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's ideas and they've sparked some writing for you. My book recommendation for today is Writing What You Know by Meg Files. She covers all the ins and outs of memoir writing. It's a great book, provides a whole range of writing exercises to get you started and to inspire you. So I thoroughly recommend that one. This Zoom broadcast has been recorded and I'll upload it to my YouTube channel so you can access it again later or share it with people if you want. Just go to YouTube and search for Sherryl Clark and you should find my channel. Okay, thanks for joining in and hope we're back by next week. There'll be a few more up and plenty of ideas to keep you writing. I'll just stop this and go back to me. Okay, thanks for joining in.